Well, if you thought that you'd heard absolutely everything there is to know about Meghan and Harry and their departure from royal life, you're going to have to rethink all of that.
The latest episodes from their Netflix series are proving the most controversial yet. Prince Harry accused William of screaming and shouting at him, and Charles of telling lies. The couple also revealed how their Australian royal tour was the moment everything went downhill.
Let's go live to our team of reporters. First to David Woywood, who's in LA for us. Morning to you. So, some explosive new details of Harry and Meghan's messy split from the royal family. They really got into it.
Yeah, they certainly have, Mon. It certainly feels like the Sussexes have ratcheted up that criticism of the royal family here in episodes 4, 5 and 6 of this Netflix series. Meghan and Harry now actively blaming senior royals for leaking against them and fueling those negative headlines. They say that it pushed them to the brink. It sparked crisis meetings within the family, during which Prince Harry has sensationally claimed that his brother Prince William screamed and shouted at him in front of the Queen. Look, from marriage to mental health issues and even a miscarriage, the Sussexes certainly haven't held back. They promised to tell all and they didn't hold back.
The lies, that's one thing. Kind of get used to that when you live within this family.
Harry and Meghan laying it all on the line.
But what they were doing to her and the effect that it was having on her, like, enough.
The most shocking revelation, the slanging match at Sandringham. What was said when Harry wanted out of the royal family.
It was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me and my father say things that just simply weren't true, and my grandmother, quietly sit there and sort of take it all in.
For the Sussexes, this was about setting the record straight, giving viewers an insight into how the firm operates.
There's leaking, but there's also planting of stories. So if the comms team want to be able to remove a negative story about their principal, they will trade and give you something about someone else's principal.
And this latest salvo from the Sussexes didn't miss.
To see my brother's office copy the very same thing that we promised the two of us would never ever do, that was heartbreaking.
The unrelenting attacks from the press and social media trolls clearly taking a toll.
When you see it and you go, you are making people want to kill me. It's not just a tabloid. It's not just some story. You are making me scared.
Harry taking aim at the backlash following Archie's birth.
The amount of abuse that we got, especially you, but both of us, for not wanting to serve our child up on a silver platter, was incredible.
Blaming the Mail on Sunday for Meghan's miscarriage.
Now, do we absolutely know that the miscarriage was caused by that? Of course we don't. But bearing in mind the stress that caused, the lack of sleep, and the timing of the pregnancy, how many weeks in she was, I can say from what I saw, that miscarriage was created by what they were trying to do to her.
The series, though, ended on a lighter note. Images of the Sussex family enjoying their new life in California, including never-before video of a newborn Lilibet.
There's times when I've been angry, but I can't be that angry because I genuinely feel that I and we are exactly where we're supposed to be.
Long before you came, so which way is the wind blowing?
We've made it to the other side.
Now, the first 3 episodes of this Netflix series has racked up a whopping 81.5 million viewing hours, making it the most watched documentary on Netflix in a premiere week, guys.
Well, now to Hugh Whitfeld in London. Hugh, there's really no going back for the Sussexes now.
Well, Matt, it's hard to see a scenario where that would now happen. Just in the last hour or so, senior members of the royal family have been gathering at Westminster Abbey for what is now a traditional carol service in the run-up to Christmas, hosted by Catherine, the Princess of Wales. William there, along with the King and Camilla. William bringing his children to meet Kate, who got there a little bit earlier to greet the many guests. George and Charlotte joining them there. We knew the relationship between the brothers was strained. The tempestuous nature of that relationship between Harry and William has now been confirmed by the Duke of Sussex. Harry suggesting that William bullied the Sussexes out of the family.
The issue is when someone who's marrying in, who should be a supporting act, is then stealing the limelight or is doing the job better than the person who was born to do this. That upsets people. It shifts the balance.
So there's no official comment from Buckingham Palace since the release of these latest episodes, but plenty of people are leaping to the defence, not just of the King, but of Prince William as well. Some of the commentary here suggesting that Harry has betrayed his family, that Harry and William's mother Diana would be appalled by Harry's actions turning on his brothers so publicly, and ongoing calls for the Sussexes to not just to be uninvited, but to be banned from the King's coronation when it takes place in May next year. Harry did say during the documentary that he felt that many of the family gatherings that take place, particularly Christmas at Sandringham, is a little bit weird. Well, those weird occasions, I don't think he's going to have to worry about being invited to any of them in the future, guys.
Yeah, wow. Isn't it just classic what they're talking about, the dichotomy between Harry and Meghan sitting on the couch, in the States, it's very raw, and then we see this dichotomy of the family doing the keep calm and carry on, going to church as they always have. That stark difference between the two. Hey, Hugh, question without notice. Can Harry and Meghan come back from this? Are they ever going to be invited to anything again?
I don't think there's a scenario where it would happen. It's so hard to imagine how there is going to be any reconciliation, particularly between William and Harry. This is a public turning on his brother. They stood side by side, walking behind their mother's coffin 25, 26 years ago. Harry has turned around and shamed William publicly. If William behaves like this in private, surely that is a family matter. Can you imagine any scenario where any brother turns on their own brother in a way that Harry has done in this situation? Family businesses blow up all the time, people fall apart all the time, but on this sort of occasion on the world stage like this, it's cataclysmic.
Yeah.
It certainly is quite extraordinary. Thank you very much to Hugh Whitfeld and David Woywood there.